What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to the Clint Esposito show, like 50 something, 55. I'm not sure. Today I actually have an in studio guest, Vic Cedeno. I'll go to that one. There you go. Now you can wave at that one. That one, it looks like we're sitting an appropriate distance apart.
Yeah.
And then this one looks like we're...
Like,
Vic has a Rangers glove on for some reason.
this brought me back to my childhood.
Oh, yeah? Getting
Yeah.
beat up by hockey players?
Yep. Getting punched in the face with these things. If you get punched in the face with these things, you think it's padded
For them.
enough, yeah. But if you don't have anything on, this is not something you want to get punched with. That's why they throw them off out of respect for each other.
How do you think that's it? Hockey is a game of respect.
Yeah.
I mean, you can fight each other, but you have to take your gloves off, and you can't go up and down the aisles while there's a play going. You have to wait for in-between plays.
Yeah.
But you can beat each other's faces in.
Yeah, but that's why they allow it to fight, because you fight and you're professional about it. You understand there's a certain set of rules within the fight.
They're like, listen, it's totally respectable to pull a guy's jersey over his head.
Yeah, that's actually
While
a strategic
fighting.
move. Yeah, it's actually very respected. I used to play roller hockey, like rollerblades.
Uh-huh.
I used to play hockey like when I was like 12, 13, 11. Like, yeah, between like 11 and 13, I played roller hockey a lot. Because I grew up with kids that loved the fucking Rangers
Nice.
and the Devils. It was...
So you don't follow hockey at all?
No, I don't follow it until the playoffs. And then I like watching playoff hockey. It's amazing.
So first round, Bethany is a Devils fan. I'm a Rangers fan. Their first round of the playoffs.
This year?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah, Tuesday is the first game for
Yeah.
them for the playoffs.
My cousin's a die-hard Devils fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, die-hard Devils fan. Like, he is obsessed with hockey.
But we're pretty cool. Like, I've been like, hey, let's not make it where, like, we're talking shit to each other. You know? Because I'm like, neither one of us can control any of this. It doesn't make sense to have animosity in the house because fucking your team beat mine or vice versa. You know?
It's the quiet dinner. No, but you know, like Jersey has a low-key hockey scene. Like, that's not like people know about football and wrestling is big in New Jersey, but so is hockey. A lot of people play hockey, and the Devils and Rangers, they sell games out. You know, there's a lot of like there's a big culture of hockey in this area. I don't know so much in other areas where they have teams, I guess because I don't fucking... What do you know about?
It kind of depends on how good their team is. Like, Boston is fanatical about hockey, but they also... Yeah. And,
Team, right?
well, it's Title Town, right? That's what they call it, because they win all kinds of championships. The Bruins right now, I'm sure most people don't give a shit about hockey that watch any of this, but the Bruins right now have the record for most games won in a season. They've won, like, 80 games or some shit like that. Like, something ridiculous. Right now.
Oh, get out
They're
of here.
crushing.
Oh,
They've
man.
lost like 7 games all year.
Fuck Boston. I root against everything Boston. Just that's how much of a Yankees fan I am. Is that
See, there you go. You asked me, and then you feed into the exact same shit.
I root into, and I don't even follow. I just grew up a Yankees fan. Like, my family's from the Bronx, like all my mom's family.
Uh-huh.
So I grew up a Yankees fan. And that's the only sport I'm diehard over. Like, football, I flip-flop Giants and Jets because I just root for the local team. Same thing with basketball, Knicks and Nets. And football, are we supposed to root for Buffalo?
No.
That's not
What are you
local,
talking
right?
about?
Because it's
The
New
Jets or
York.
the Giants?
Jets or Giants, right? Buffalo. We got four
Buffalo.
New York teams.
That's true. The Buffalo Bills is still New York.
It's a New York team, yeah. And so's...
I never thought of that.
Is there another New York team?
But
No.
that's a different New York.
That's upstate New York. Yeah.
But then people from here, some of them get sucked into the Patriots as well because it's Northeast.
I can't
I
stand.
don't know,
I
like-
can't stand local Patriot fans. Again, because it's a Yankee thing. Like I don't
Yeah.
understand why. Oh my! Like the Patriots to me could be the same thing as Red Sox. They might as well. Like when I see Tom Brady, I just see a Red Sox logo.
Well, now
over
he's
his
a
face.
Florida. Well, now he's retired
No,
again, I
he
think.
I don't care where he goes. That guy will always be a New England Patriot.
And your boy.
But
No, your doppelganger.
Oh, and Aaron Hernandez. I can't get away from it. That's why I try to disguise myself. But still, look, I'm gonna just start.
How come I look like Powder from that movie and you look normal still in this camera?
Yeah, you have that good fucking glare. Glare face.
The light must be pointed better at me,
Yeah,
even
you
though
can't
you're
do-
2 feet away.
Yeah, but you can't do look-alike jokes anymore. You saw Aaron Berg's Unleashed this morning on...
No, this
No?
morning?
On Crystalia?
Oh, yeah.
Over the joke? Was it this morning? I
No,
saw
it
it
was
this morning.
yesterday,
It was
yeah,
yesterday,
yeah.
But I saw it this morning.
But that's he straight stole
Or
a
yesterday
joke.
morning. I saw it yesterday morning.
But that's he straight stole a joke.
Yeah, it's fucking same joke.
The exact same joke.
Yeah.
And people, actually somebody we know commented like parallel thinking. But the genie part is way too much. If you didn't use the genie line, then sure. But that's a kind of a specific line to then be like, oh, I just parallel thought the exact same phrase 10 years later.
You think Berg's a football fan? A Giants fan?
I don't think...
No, he's in New York or now? New Jersey or...
I don't think he cares that much about football. I know he's into hockey. He just went to the Toronto Rangers game the other day, which Toronto won, I think. In overtime, Rangers were leading, and then fucking Toronto came back and beat them. But
since you watched all the Rangers
well, I
games?
fell asleep just like last night during that game. So last night, Vic comes over, and we're like, yeah, we're going to watch a movie or whatever. And I pulled my normal, 10 minutes into the movie, just fall asleep. I had a drink in my hand. I spilt my drink on my pants.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Well, yeah, I did spill a drink in my pants.
I just peed on you. I was like, this is a perfect opportunity. He's gonna pee on his hand. I'm gonna
Well, it
pee on
smells
him.
like kombucha, hard kombucha. So, most people are probably like, "What is that?"
Yeah, that's what it smells like. That's what my pee smells like. Hard kombucha.
That may be true.
I can't drink that.
Yeah, I don't know. I went and watched the Super Bowl at Berg's house, but I think he was just into it because he had money on one of the teams or something. I don't think he really...
That's what I mean. It becomes like a social thing. The Super Bowl and stuff like that.
See, and I think those things are cool as well, like the big game and a lot of pressure and, for some reason it is cool. Well, it used to be until they were all woke commercials, but normally the new commercials and shit is cool. This one was a little weird. There was a bunch of weird commercials.
You gotta
I feel
wade
like.
through a lot of the woke shit to find one or two good.
Well, it didn't used to
pieces.
be like that, remember? It used to be just bangers the whole time, but...
Edgy shit.
Yeah.
It's not even that it's edgy. It's just people were free to have their opinion. They didn't have like this self-censored point of view. Like you're censoring the way you think about things. Even if you're not thinking about something that's wrong, you just don't want to say something that you think could offend somebody. So you are almost constricted, your creativity, you're not able to be fully creative,
right?
Because
Well, it's the same thing even with YouTube, when I think Rogan has talked about this self-correcting, because you don't want to get demonetized or deplatformed, so you intentionally, I mean, I don't, obviously I've got strikes on all my channels, but you kind of do shy away from stuff a little bit so that way you don't get demonetized, which is still another form of censorship, is it not? Like,
Yeah,
if
100%.
it's not, we're going to take this down if you say this, you're still censoring.
Yeah, well, because you're also not clear about what it is that you
Oh,
would
wow.
say. You know what I mean? Because they're so
Vague.
not even that their rules are vague. It's how any rules that you're gonna make about what people say is gonna be open to interpretation because of context. Right, so if you take a small snippet of an entire conversation and just focus on that, yeah, that may sound wrong, but in the entire context of what you were saying, you were just
Right.
explaining something. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
and you're getting a strike just for saying. If you're just saying the word
Right.
vaccine, all of a sudden it.
Thanks.
Yeah, like I'm
You
sorry.
just
Now
got-
you're shitty. Even though we're not. That's what I mean. Like even
Yeah,
though we're not even
exactly.
talking about
Exactly.
it, the fact that I just said it makes this whole entire conversation controversial.
Right.
Even though we're not even having an opinion about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so then you.
It's an adjacent point, and then
Exactly.
it doesn't matter because their software is just looking for
the word.
the word.
Yeah.
So
Because
as soon
how
as
can you,
the word gets said, then it's just. And
yeah.
even, it doesn't bother me, but you got to think that some people, when they put, like, the shit underneath the warnings or whatever, some people it probably does. They probably are like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean, discredited or whatever, or they're probably even like
That's
people
the
that are
problem.
that hard wired. Probably as soon as it comes up, they're like, I don't want to listen to this.
Yep.
They don't even want to hear what
They don't want to hear it, and there's people like that exist because the argument for it is like if you get a strike just because you said the V word on your podcast or on your stream and you get a strike, right? You can appeal it. People are like, you can appeal it and somebody will review it. The problem is that somebody that's reviewing it may believe like that.
Exactly.
And they know you didn't say anything, but they just don't like you. They don't like your whole thing that you're talking about. They all of a sudden they can see your content and they look at your stream and they see the kinds of opinions that they think you're probably gonna have just based on the way you look and the things that you talk about. They're gonna assume that you believe a certain way or that you might have voted for somebody that you shouldn't have voted.
Aren't we still in this gray area of it's somebody's personal opinion? Once the guidelines are not, once they're vague like that, that's the reason they're vague as well. Is so that they can do whatever, and then it's just like, they don't even explain it to you. It's just like, nope, you violated the community guidelines.
Yeah, okay.
Whatever. Here they are. Read the 87 pages here to try and figure out what you might have said. Because I've had stuff get pulled where I'm like, I can't even figure out what's going on with this one.
I have stuff on my Instagram, right? My main Instagram page, Vic is funny, I can't do anything like monetize my page.
Mm-hmm.
It's still, remember I was like completely shadow banned where you couldn't even mention my name in a post.
What did you do?
Right? Just because of the stuff I was reposting. They kept posting.
Uh-huh.
This is the thing. I keep getting flagged for things. I post a meme and it'll be like Trump or something, and it has nothing to do that's political. It's just a joke, but it has a picture of something that somebody else used in a controversial meme. So it'll be like a meme of Trump's face or Trump doing something, and somebody used it to make a point about something else. Now that same picture gets used to make an actual joke, like comedy joke. They put a strike on it and say that there's like false context. This isn't true. And then you look at the reason why, and they tell you something that you're not even talking about. They fact checked you with an article talking about something that you did not even say, and you're like, why am I getting a strike? And then you appeal it, and then they just say it stands. There's no.
So you're gonna like this one. My live stream comedy Facebook. I was running ads for the show next week at the Coach Room in Hagerstown. Aaron Berg actually is headlining. And all of a sudden I got a thing saying you can no longer advertise because stuff on your page violates the terms and conditions or whatever. So I can't even advertise comedy shows from the live stream comedy page.
It's crazy.
I'm like, they just saved me
They
a
don't
bunch
even
of money,
take. They won't
actually.
even take your money.
They just saved me a lot of money. So I'll just have to figure out something other way.
Oh,
But,
it's
yo, if that's the thing is that I even think that them shutting everybody's accounts, you know how everybody goes to Facebook jail? I think that is trying to get everybody used to having access to stuff cut off for saying
Yeah.
things. You know, because, and people were like, I was like, yo, they're gonna limit voices. That's what all this is about. I'll live without Facebook, but the problem is that now everybody's perception of stuff is skewed because they're on Facebook and they're not hearing all the stories from people that they know personally about this shit. So it skews their view of what's going on. You know, so say there's, you know, like coincidences, medical coincidences or whatever. And people you know are posting about it. Say you got the shot. You have an issue. You're like, it's only me. Yeah, my face won't work over here. You're like,
that happened to my fucking friend. That one, like my best friend, got the shot. Fucking palsy.
is
Fucking
it bad?
face fucking droop. No, it went back, but
Yeah.
it was fucking for a
That
minute.
can't
it
be
was like,
good, right?
It's fucking like what?
You just
You know,
set,
it's like,
set
hey.
half of his face offline.
Yeah.
Like he had to unplug it and plug it
Yeah,
back in
yep.
to get his face to work.
Bro,
But it's like
you had to
that.
hit the reset, a full factory reset to get your shit back
He had
together.
to
again,
down.
bro.
He was on an old operating
Yeah.
system. Didn't work with that shot, and he had to update his
Yep.
operating system.
My brother's old boss at the time, he was working for a barber, and that barber's mother got the shot and had a stroke in the hospital. Like a
So
straight
here's
fucking stroke.
the thing: if everybody's got to stay home by themselves, right? You can't go to bars. You can't do this. You can't do that. So now people aren't talking about their real life experiences there. Now they silence any type of story that you say, and now it's all clear in the Twitter files
Yeah.
that they 100% were like, this is a true story,
And
but
it's
it's gonna
coming
cause
from them. Yeah.
vaccine hesitancy, so we need to suppress this.
Yeah, coming from the White House. Like telling people like,
yeah.
hey, you have to suppress this story.
Yeah.
You
What-
have to suppress this. It's fucking insane.
So it's like this is where people go even. Oh, Twitter is an independent company. I don't give a shit. You have a responsibility at this point once you have billions of people on there and people are sharing information and now you're suppressing people's posts and voices because you don't like the factual, the anecdotal information that they have that happened to them, you know?
Yeah, which is gonna, you know what's gonna fuck them. You know Alex Berenson, he's the former New York Times reporter.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right, he wrote like a book about kids and weed and like schizophrenia and shit like that. That got him a lot of a lot of hate from the weed community because people were like, you can't say anything bad about weed.
You can't be
any
honest.
side effects.
You can't be honest.
There can't be any side effects. You know what? Some people smoke weed and go fucking crazy.
Yeah,
right?
dude.
Face it. But he was like really big on reporting about COVID and investigative journalism, and people were sending him stuff, and he was talking to people that were afraid to speak up because Harvard, Stanford professors and of epidemiology, like these people were getting silenced on Twitter for having opinions. Were getting silenced by people that didn't have medical degrees, and he was reporting on stuff that people were talking to him. He was reporting based on facts, and the White House actively went and had Twitter. Like Twitter fought them for a little while. Was like saying he could say like the thing. It's okay. He's saying things that are, like this.
They're like, no, listen.
They're like, hey, you can't.
Twitter,
like,
you got to get on the
yeah.
same page here, bro.
Yeah, they fucking put it down on them, and then they ended up kicking him off the platform, and he sued. He sued Twitter and won. He's the only case of anybody suing a social media company for being banned because we're a private company.
Right.
The judge decided in the case that Twitter is a public company. However, when politicians are using it. No, he used a case the one that they sued the government for Trump's tweets. So they're saying that you can't delete tweets. The White House can't delete tweets because it's a public forum. They use that ruling to say, well, if it's a public forum, then you can't kick people off for talking about stuff.
The law is a slippery slope, right? And that's why, and we're jumping around. That's what we like to do. That's like the gun argument, and that's why people are like, as soon as they start inching,
yeah, so you can't give them any fucking space.
Yeah, exactly. Something falls, then this falls, then that falls, and it's just like, oh look, that camera's gonna die. This one's, look how beautiful this camera is.
My time is almost dead here too.
That's true. So I guess we'll just close with what do you got going on?
Just shows at the dojo and Nikki's every Tuesday open mic. If you want to become a comedian, that's the breeding ground to go fight in.
It's a good. We're on this camera because that one's blinking a battery.
Yeah. God damn it! I can't remember the name.
Tips Comedy?
No, not Nikki's. But we were talking about the open mic. Tibbity.
Tibbity Icky. Dojo of Mike.
Dojo's Bar and Grill. Nikki's Bar and Grill in Little Ferry, New Jersey as my Tuesday open mic. You can go to my website, vicisfunny.com, to know anything you want to know about me. That's where it all is. You can hit about
anything?
Anything you need to know about my public life, my private life. You got to slide into my DMs.
Oh.
That's how you do it.
There you go. That's it, and your podcast.
Yes.
Well, I guess they can
V-cast.
see that.
Yeah, Vic is funny. Vic is funny. You can find everything. You can find my live dates. You could find the podcast, the Vcast. Episodes dropping every week. I've been pretty consistent with it now.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I've been putting out a bunch of shit. I need to do some more interviews, but I do a lot of Supercross stuff. But anyway, nobody cares right now.
Nobody cares. We care.
All right, everybody. That's it. Until next time. Later.